Well, Mr. President Trump back up what he said before. That actually I was impressed, and actually I agree with him the very first time since he took office. and that was to get the country back to work, to get everyone back on the streets again and fight the virus like a natural thing. Remember, most of the people are dying because they have previous conditions. Yes, if you have previous conditions and you get a virus, I don't care which virus, you are going to die. Yes, and we can prevent that. We know how to do it. We isolate those people that have previous conditions to the virus. We don't need to isolate the entire country to the virus. Just the people, they highly probable will die. So now Mr. President 3 days ago say, hey, by April we gotta get this back because we are going to die. And he is correct in his observations. He knows that more people are going to die if we continue this craziness of shutting down the country. But now he turns around and he's saying that he wants to shut down New York because too many people are catching the coronavirus. And guess what? That is impossible. And I'll tell you why it's impossible. More people will die. It's because even the homeless live on the public transportation. In New York, if you want to get somewhere, you gotta have public transportation. Public means exactly that. Public, you're going to be in contact with other people. It's impossible to shut down a city like in New York. Impossible. I understand how the New Yorkers live, and probably Mr. Trump does too, and probably Mr. Como does too. But what can they do? We have setting up an environment that is unsurvivable. You cannot survive like that. It's impossible. It's not natural. And that is the reason years back they were practicing on the streets publicly. The police, the fire department, the ambulance drivers, the bus drivers, every organization or institution in New York was practicing how to fight zombies. And I'm not making this thing up. And that is the very reason they were trying to do it that way, to decondition the police department and the firemen and so on, to decondition the reality of what people are going to be looking like if something terrible like a pandemic happens. I suggest for the government to get back to basics, to go and look at the Cubans over there in the islands. Hell, look at Puerto Rico itself. Puerto Rico is the United States of America. How they deal with pandemics, yellow fever, dengue fever, hurricanes, earthquakes, and they're still there. No help from the federal government. Tossing toilet paper to the crowd is no help. So go back to basics, New York, or you perish. And not only that, make sure that the truck drivers, the train drivers, the bus drivers, the airplane drivers, the ship drivers, every driver that can go inside New York with supplies so they can be alive are happy. Because if it gets to the point where a driver is going to risk his entire life and the driver is not even getting thank you, guess what? They are going to refuse to go in there, and it's going to get worse. You're going to have to get the army involved. So Mr. Trump, you had it, and now you leave it. Mr. Trump, I don't like you. I think you are a despicable man. But you are the president of the United States. You are my president. Command from your guts. Forget about all these people they telling you all this crap. Just give the Cubans a call, man. Check it out. Go to Puerto Rico and see what is real up there. It's not what you think it is. It is what it is, Mr. President.